Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that wide, 80. Mark 54. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check it. Hey, watch out. Hey, exit. 54. Mike, 54. 72.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. But we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Wait, that 380. Let's go, baby. Turn on. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, Echo. Let's go, let's bring it. 72.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Watch the run. Shoot. Alert flare.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's up? 51, Mike, 51. Hey, let's get this.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, son. 51 to Mike. Woo! Check.
Darnold running the option to the right side. A pitch back. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They'll run. This is Powell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, dude. 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him. Easy, check it, reload.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Brady to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the Jets' 13-yard line.
Wait, that, 53, Mike. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is caught. 12 yards there and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Wide, 80. 57.
They'll run. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check pass. Check 24.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. But now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, twisting away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Stop your whining. Check, 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 check. Alert! When he hit.
Now Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57 Mike. Mike 57. All jet. Hey, Mike 7. Any jet. 57 to Mike. 3D. Hey.
Again, it's Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
51, Mike 51. Hey, 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 man,
Third and long, it's Darnold. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Ready. Watch out. Tight end right.
Brady gives this to White. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. He's all bandit. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the back. Hey, Alpha. Mike 53 in there.
Brady now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Good one, boys. Go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. It's it. Kill.
Here's Darnold. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Get ready. No, lady. Tight dog.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Check. Hatch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
The shotgun snap for Donald. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Wait, that's 53! 57! Watch the slant. Shadow!
They'll run on first down. White. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Come on, fellas. Wait, that 53! Check right 54. Right 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Go, Sandy!
Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
57, 57's right. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Check 37.
They go again with Powell. And some room to run now. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Powell takes it from Darnold. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now. It's Powell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Yo, son, 51's the mic. Hey, watch it. Check. Lucky. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Darnold on 3rd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Dorsett on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to
and Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run the counter. Powell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Push him back.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Kill, 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 kill. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 51 the mic, boys, 51.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
The Patriots
Let's
take
go,
over
let's
first
go,
and
let's
10
go.
at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Throwing on 2nd down. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Help him. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On play action, now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Brady. Left side, it's Dorsett. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Nice, sweetheart. Right there.
Looking to throw. Brady. Got his man. That's Harry. That one goes for 24 yards. wide receiver was a big need for the Patriots coming into the season, and they found something they really liked in N'Keal Harry. They took the 21-year-old with a final pick in the first round, and it's actually kind of interesting. Since 2000, the Patriots were the only team to not draft a receiver in the first round until nabbing Harry just before the order rolled over to round 2. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
66. Hey, Haywood. 57 for Mike. 72.
On second and 11 now. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
New England on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Montgomery trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Jets on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come get some. Come on. Hey, lady. Here, woman. Back.
They'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with time running out. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Jets 20, Patriots 15.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, box drop. Check. Nice 57 seconds left. Hey, 66.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.